I have come to appreciate those that are good at the tech videoing and getting all that, and just to have beautiful videos. I know that there are some excellent skills and expertise out there that effortlessly beautiful videos that you just love watching. Um, Not my area of expertise. If I do like help and I like to learn. If any of those experts, Kobe Cheryl, wanted to help out of love, or like give me some education, or that would be greatly appreciated. I would love that. But let's get to this. My message is for, I said, for specifically for parents. No, I mean, yes and no. Specifically for any human being that knows the love of a child, and has love for any child. Children want to do what they observe you doing. They mimic you. That. How do you think they learn? That. Thank goodness, they're watching, learning. It's nature. That's just how we do. As a parent, you sometimes, you just can't understand. I don't understand why my kids don't pick up after themselves. I don't know why they don't say thank you. I don't know why they have such a problem saying I'm sorry. I do. Do you pick up after yourself? Do you say thank you to your child? Do you apologize to your child? Because that's how that happens. Well, I'm the parent. That's right, in a role model. Well, do as I say, not as I do, is the most ridiculous parenting line I've ever heard. Your children look up to you. More plainly, all the behaviors you have in all areas of your life, exactly to a T, those behaviors, that's what you're teaching. That's what you're role modeling. That's what you're teaching. Same thing. Well, I didn't mean to. Doesn't matter. That's not how that works. When, as a parent, as any adult, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you get visibly angry, disappointed, and you verbalize to your child disciplinary actions or punishment for one of your own behaviors, a behavior they have watched you flawlessly, confidently, and without apology or mention of anything inappropriate, on occasion after occasion, one after another, okay? Because you're the master teacher. Here's what happens. Here's what that's going to do. That's going to build resentment, and that's will gradually deplete any self-esteem that was to be had, if there was some there. Thinking of the scripted design now. I can do it. A child's mind is like clay to be molded. The clay can be stretched out and shaped, or molded and improved. Or it can stay in one block. The block that it comes in, and it's in the package still, and you haven't touched it. Never taking its own unique shape. I got a sad face because that's sad. Now I can't read my writing. If we as caregivers, role models again, parents, maybe if I read the whole thing, oh gosh. Okay, sorry, I got my own. If we as caregivers, parents, role models, will immediately get visibly angry at our children for exploring and trying to learn all they can, what do you think that's going to do? If we worry too much about everything being perfect, we will stifle our children, not allowing the growth they are capable of to reach their full potential. Think about that. It was kind of crazy when I did this. It's a good thing I scripted it because it's all over the place. But it's beautiful. I want you to think about this. This is an example. This is one of the. This is what I was given. If you do not let children play with books, write in them, or play with them however they please in exploration, do you think they'll develop a love for books? Now, you may not want them writing in your professional books, right? That's fine. That's why they make children's books. Another secret is this: any material item is replaceable. You cannot redo childhood. So I, as the child, I want to play with these books. I want to open them and close them, push them around, check out the material, check out the strength, see how, if they do tear, and if they do, what is that? I want to enjoy this, learn, yay. If my caregiver becomes visibly upset and reprimands me, in time, I will have a learned distaste for books, which will trickle down to a learned distaste for reading, for learning, for growing. I won't know that or even understand why I don't like them or why I get anxious or scared around them. I will continue to be reprimanded because my caregivers don't like it. I'm supposed to read. I'm supposed to like books. And it makes them look bad. My self-esteem will plummet. I'll believe that I am worthless, not good enough. I'll jump on the first train of acceptance, and you better hope it's with a group that has learned to love. If not, I'll fall further and further away from my family because they have always said, I'm bad. I know I'm bad. I don't like me at all. I don't care if I live or die. I don't care if you live or die. I will live a miserable life, hated by all. I'll spend my life without any love. It's really not my fault, but nobody else in the world understands that, because after the age of 18, the chances of me obtaining professional help is very low even today. When you turn 18, you're automatically forced to take responsibility for whatever your parents did or did not give in your childhood. You're not motivated to do better, not motivated to be positive or even think about compassion. Back when you thought you were just learning and appropriately exploring to maximize your unique abilities, You were taught to believe that you were worthless. You couldn't have possibly learned to understand any of your life. At an early age, due to the ignorance of caregivers, negativity began to form in your mind. That's right. Clay, that was true. A child's brain is just waiting to be molded, formatted, and if you, at an early age, that negativity begins to form, that's right. It just builds on top of each other until there's an intervention. I know full well that as an adult, it is not easy. It's not an easy task to change years on top of years of negative formation into a beautiful, positive life. Is it possible? Yes. Is it easy? No. Does someone have to help us teach it? Yes. What would you want your children to learn from the beginning, from the get-go? Let me continue. I'm sorry. Our children spend more time with role models in school systems than they do with their family role models. And I've got to throw this in there. I love God. I love me. I love people. My children. I have a love for my children and grandchildren that has no measure. No measure. What would I want for my children? If I know and I see that my children spend more time with role models in school systems than anyone else, now I gotta figure out which one I do. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me read this again. Okay, so if I know as that my children, all children, spend more time with role models in school systems than anyone else, what would I want the best for my children? Would you want the very best? How do you think that happens? I understand that, well, we survived. Yes, we did. There are survivors of serial murders. There are survivors of concentration camps. There are survivors of slavery, survivors of the Trail of Tears, survivors of Vietnam, World War I, World War II, the Great Depression. Should I go on? Yes, we did survive. I'm pretty sure you already know that we could have done better. Do you want to do better? If you could do something that would ensure better, healthier, successful outcomes for the world, for your children, their children, why not consistently strive to do better and better and better? No, that's just too much hard work, too much to mess with. Please listen to me. Anyone that has anything for any children and want the very best, there are the power in numbers. If mental health were core curriculum in schools from pre-K throughout any higher education, can you imagine the immediate benefit in each of your homes and the reduction in parental stress? We have to do something. We have to come together. Right, Congress? Whoever you need to. Congress, Senate, everyone, representatives. I don't care who, everyone. Spread this everywhere. Any and all representatives we have. Let's finally do something about mental health that will produce the highest number in positive outcomes for the nation. It would be nice if we could influence the rest of the world as well. Hello, United States. We are a role model for the rest of the world. By the way, a lot of times, I feel like I want to say, well, it's not rocket science, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm a rocket scientist and didn't know it. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I encourage each of you to pat yourself on the back right now. Just because if you're listening, you want to do better for all of us. Let's make the most positive change that is complete benefit for all people. We need to reach out to any and everyone we know and start sending these emails. State to state, not just this state. We're a nation. Children are everywhere, remember? In the United States, you do need to do something. Okay, I gotta stay on here. We need to start sending emails. We need to show the few in charge of these standards that we are many and will do anything for, I like Maribel, but and that we'll do anything for our own well-being. See, apparently we cannot wait on those in authoritative positions to protect us. Parents, love yourself. Love and protect your children. Take a stand with me. We are many. They will listen to us. We deserve this. Our children deserve it. Our nation deserves it. The whole wide world deserves it. Please don't ignore this and say nothing and do nothing to say we accept how little we each matter to those in positions to initiate these positive changes. I'm tired of hearing we need to do something about mental health. I'm telling anyone that will listen exactly what we need to do. I have a plan. At least somebody does. I already have a team of experts ready to take this on. Psychologists, psychiatrists, mental health therapists, family practice doctor, emergency room physicians, a neurologist. We all need this. Everybody should be talking about this and making a plan. But we as people that care about the future, care about our children, we've got to do it. Nobody else is doing it. If the people in charge of setting those standards don't see this vision, then we've got to open their eyes, and we have to come together, because they don't listen to just one, I promise you, because I'm just one, person, never alone. I reach out all the time. I send emails to State Superintendent, Chancellor of Higher Education. I reached out, help me. Numbers mean something. I gotta find where else I'm at over here. Oh. And listen to this. This was later on. Here, listen. Things that make sense to me and things that don't make sense to me. Number 1, mandatory mental health certification should be developed, funded, and implemented in any and every educational career path that could ever exist. Number 2, once again, I love my children. And I want all children in the hands of the most qualified, educated, certified, and healthily compensated individuals on this planet. Look at the world today. What do you think about the world today? Look at behaviors. Look at human behaviors in the world today, and what do you think about it? What do you see? What story does it tell you? I can tell you what I see. Human behaviors in the world. That's public education. I realize that but we don't pay them very much, and they put up with a lot, and they have our children. Just keep listening. Any educator position, specifically in pre-K through 12, should be an elite, honorable position with the highest level of education, highest level of structure, highest level of health, with at the minimum salary, or at a minimum a 6-figure salary. Yeah, we need to raise the bar, and then we need to pay them. They are the role models our children have in front of them the most, in learning that every teacher should be a mental health professional. Hello? But to start, let's just write the curriculum and put it in schools. Okay. I feel like if we take care of anyone, it should be our children, for Pete's sakes. What happens is we haven't been educated correctly ourselves. 46 years ago, 46 years ago, there was a school shooting. I mentioned this in another video. So 46 years ago, mental health should have been identified as core curriculum for the overall benefit and functioning of our nation, of people. Every school shooting after 1976, there could be some before that. I only went back to 1976. It's something that should be researched, but every school shooting after the very first one is a failure of the government of our nation that sets the standards. If we do not come together and take a stand that benefits all and demand mental health reform, starting with the education of our children, do me a favor. Don't lie to others by making the statement that somebody needs to do something. Wake up. That someone is all of us. Love. I love you all. Mwah. Love the children.